Alright, we are back with some more Minecraft. Let's see if I die. Let's just see. It's early in the morning. We're next to a cherry blossom. And I still have a very... Okay. I need to pull back my FOV at least a little bit. And here we are, back in Minecraft again. Didn't miss it, but I didn't hate it either. Okay, that's gonna be problematic. I probably should. We already got stuff from here, I assume. But I don't remember checking here, though. Oh, okay. Yeah, I did. Because who wouldn't? I'm not gonna lie, I don't understand how people are so comfortable with driving because it actually makes no sense. Don't get started with how people are somehow comfortable with driving and texting. I just don't get it. I don't get how anyone can be that comfortable. It just doesn't make any sense. And I don't even drive, by the way. It just doesn't make any sense. And how can you get so comfortable in a vehicle like a car out of all things? When while driving, you decide, oh, I'm just gonna pull my phone out, I'm just gonna pull my phone out, There's no way. I don't drive. I literally don't, but I genuinely don't get it. I've been thinking about that last night. I actually stayed up a bit because I couldn't fall asleep, but still. Yeah, I've been basically just thinking about that. Because I was just thinking, well, I don't get how anyone can even be that comfortable. And even still, I still don't get how people are comfortable with just driving as a whole, It just doesn't make any sense to me. Also, I'm not going to repeat the same mistake twice. I need a chest. That's what I need. I don't need anything else. I just need a chest. I need some sticks. I need some wood. I need everything. Minecraft really does have an issue with the inventory. Why don't I have this? I should be having this. Put that on me. I forgot you can craft saddles now. Where is the... Okay. Why is 6 just... I don't get it. What do you mean? You're acting like I can't afford... Oh. Apparently I can't afford sticks. Then. Well, that's fine. Just craft some more. And now I have no coal. This is unfortunate. But anyways. I just don't. Yeah, of course. Of course. As to be expected. It's always the dang creepers. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually run and see. Yeah. Not even worth my dang time. I'm gonna get this copper though. But that's what I'm saying. It's always those dang creepers too. They always be on something. I always want to spawn at the worst times. I remember when playing on my Nintendo Switch. A good while ago. Very long ago. Not, well, long as in terms of it was probably a year or two ago. I literally was just exploring a cave and I just ran into a creeper and died. It just appeared in front of my face. What the heck's supposed to do about that? Nothing. You can't do anything about that. I mean, we found the village, but now what? Don't have any plans, of course, because I just don't. And that's really about it. Probably just get some more meat because why not? But anyways, we're just kind of just doing whatever right now because most is there to really do. We just kind of have to mine, and if we're going to go to another, we have to first, well, get the resources necessary and prepare. Can't just run in there naked. You really just can't. Yeah, I don't really know what else to really do. I'm just kind of wandering around right now, so yeah, I don't really know what to do now because I already have a village, like I kind of sort of said. And bring this with me. This will be useful. Just pack whatever junk is in here, then just take it out. One thing I was actually thinking about before I even booted this game up is, well, they add those one zombies to the planes, right? So now there's that we have to worry about. Those stupid spear zombies. Because we just gotta make it so much harder, as if it already wasn't hard enough. What I should do is craft flint and steel so I can just light the animals on fire, then get food that way. Wild, but it's helpful though. Basically have to get moving. There's not really much to do here. I guess I could do probably what I was playing before this, the third part. Probably set up a Fletcher. Already had 2 pieces, so I'm not even sure why I even did that, but I have to find something. Alrighty. Let's see if this works though. Listen, the point is I don't trust any sort of nonsense this Iron Golem is going to try and pull. I just don't trust it, and I never ever will. I find it kind of goofy that you can't, that in Minecraft you can't even jump 2 blocks. You can only jump 1 block. That's odd. Steve needs to actually get some hops. There's no way he can't jump 2 blocks. Okay, so I'm about from here to about... Can't even reach that far. So I'm going to do... Playing safe always pays off in the end, and that's just a fact. Because I could have easily died right there, but I needed my iron. And I got 5 too. Never get too comfortable. I could care less about these. I just want the Fletcher table. Wait, what? Well, I guess it doesn't even matter. Oh, it's flint. Yeah, flint. That doesn't matter. I have 5 extra. I could care less. The reason I chose leggings for... Well, I didn't even craft the leggings, but if I did craft the leggings, ideally probably want to craft a chest plate first, then leggings, then boots, then probably a helmet. Because chest plate always gives the most protection. And it's also, I'm pretty sure, the most durable out of all the four main armor pieces for each set. The thing about life is that you really don't have to do anything. To be completely honest, in life, you don't have to ever do anything. But I probably mentioned that before, though. I actually don't mind that I started a YouTube channel because it might not be all big and successful or anything like that, but I still enjoy it, and every single time I look back, it's just sort of fun to just look back on previous videos I've made. Whether if it was just a simple gameplay video or it actually has me talking, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter at the end of the day. I still like looking back at it, to be completely honest. Nope. Dang it. Dang it. I didn't mean that, genuinely. I'm becoming like the rest of them now. Corrupt like villager. Corrupted by villagers. And greed. You know what I find goofy about AI companies? AI companies literally aren't even profitable, yet they're still trying to force it out on everybody. It doesn't make any sense. Why are you even trying then? Why are you even trying? I do not get it. I will never get it. I just don't ever get it. And I'll never ever get it. No one will ever get it because you're not even profiting off of this. You're not even benefiting either. Imagine you not even benefiting in a situation where you're supposed to be benefiting. No one's benefiting. So what's even the point? It's literally a lose-lose. I don't get it. It's actually the definition of stupidity. Actual genuine stupidity. Because how does that even work? And you're still just going to go along with it? It's illogical, is what I'm trying to say. Doesn't make any dang sense. Needs someone to work this job, but I can't find anyone who's jobless. $32, yep. 32, yep. That's what we like. All I gotta do is become the oncer from the Lorax and get all those trees down, and I'm basically going to become rich. That's literally basically what we're doing right now, basically. That's the funny part. Is that it's literally what we're going to be doing. Yeah, we're going to replant them too, but still. Why not burn down, chop down? So I said before, I don't really play about the night, especially in Bedrock Edition. I just don't. Especially if limited armor like this, no. I could, but no. How can they sleep before I can? I do not get that. Sorry, man. I need it. I think the Sulfur Cube is pretty cool. You can bounce it around like actual balls, since there's no real ball type of object in Minecraft, so that does work. And other updates like the Pale Garden, and I think the problem with some Minecraft updates now is that they are kind of just, you don't experience them immediately as you enter a game. The Nether update, you experience it as you enter the game. Instantly, just hop into another boom, by boom, bam. It's already different. It's already new. Sometimes you have to really search for that new content. That's kind of the problem now. I have to detour and go, which obviously that's fine, but every single update has to be sometimes some random, overly random structure. I'm just thinking, okay, we have this structure, but why would I ever want to go there? The funny thing about especially structures like, trying to think of it, the ancient cities and such, is that there is no point for most players to even go there, because most players who are able to even properly do it are just way too good at the game. Everyone else isn't good enough to even really go ahead or even want to even conquer them. So it creates a situation where people just really just don't care. No, just why care though? Not saying everything needs a deeper purpose. I'm totally fine with this thing just being there, but ugh. You know, I actually did edit my last video. And the thing about editing is that I really only shaved off 2 minutes and probably had, I don't know, maybe a couple of seconds. Maybe it's just because I'm used to talking, used to having to actually fill up the unedited filler by just talking, so I don't even really mind. And that's why I also actually talk through my things. At least I try to. Just so there's not a lot of dead space. But then it's basically impossible to cut anything because there's no dead space. No real dead space. So if you want to go into YouTube, just do it. I'm not going to act like I'm successful or anything, I'm far from it, but if you just want to have fun, then just go ahead, just have fun. Then can look back on it later. I'm having fun. I just stop when I'm not having fun. Then if I want to, I go back when I'm having fun. YouTube, as just in general, is not something I'll ever want to do forever, to be completely honest. I want to quit eventually. And even if I was to start another one and start all over again and actually turn into a career, I'll still want to stop at some point, you know. Not everything needs to be forever. I say this as I am starving because I didn't eat anything yet. I just woke up, watched a couple YouTube videos. Well, I didn't even wake up, I stood up, watched some YouTube videos, and now I'm just here playing the game. Fitting music, though. My least favorite music of the modern Minecraft soundtrack has to be the dun 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 dun. It goes something like that, and then plays like a couple high notes, whatever. Dun 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 dun, and kind of sounds somewhat sad, and it's one of the more common tracks that I hear, and it's just, ugh. It's not in the same way of C418. I just don't like it because it's weird sadness that just doesn't fit at all. No. There's something about it that just doesn't feel right. Let's turn this into sticks. I need a chest. And here's where you basically store all of your stuff. And we just craft a buttload of sticks. This is basically the method. We craft a buttload of this. It's going to take a minute. Then we just craft a buttload of sticks and we're rich. The only thing is, though, your villager can go broke. Well, not broke, but run out of stock. So then you just have over a dozen sticks. Just stacks of sticks, just laying in whole chests, waiting for them to restock, and then they try to rip you off by paying extra. So, not paying, but yeah. There should be a faster craft button. There's no reason you have to wait all this time. There's no reason. But there we go. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Literally a dozen stacks of sticks. But rich already. And for wondering, yes, I do consider having 16 emeralds basically rich. Decently rich. Why mine and do all that nonsense when you can just give a villager a couple of sticks and then you can just be rich? The thing I don't like about the shield is when you're in water. I'm pretty sure it does even apply to mobile, it applies on all devices. When you're in water, if you're blocking, it'll just unblock. And you have to hold it down to sneak block instead. And it sucks too because you can be in a dangerous situation where inside of water and it's just very inconvenient. That applies to flowing water, I'm pretty sure not. No, I'm pretty sure it does just apply to water in general. But essentially, yes, this is the method. It just is. In fact, we have even more sticks. Then just keep on replanting trees, replanting trees, replanting trees, and even more times, over and over and over again. We just keep on replanting trees and replanting trees. Then you make more money. Well, the Minecraft equivalent of that. You're ripping me off, man. Well, it doesn't matter to me because I am stacked. Oh, we have another villager. We can make 2 Fletchers. Come on now. We can make 2 of these. We just need 2 flint though. First try. I'm not gonna lie, I still remember to this very day. Just done to simple things like lava and such. But I guess that day changed, but I guess it changes today because we're doing hardcore now. Funny thing is, on the console version, there was no hardcore at all. Hardcore is literally just hard mode. You don't even really need this game mode. It's just more convenient. The only thing about this now is I actually need wood in order to, which is actually problematic because now because I lose a little bit. The reason I collected sugar canes for books, because why not? Honestly, the 1.14 village update is probably one of my favorite updates, even though it wasn't even really there in order to really, you know, I didn't really get introduced back into the game at that time. But the additions of the 1.14 update is easily one of the best. Because, to be honest, we would not be using villagers at all if this was any other version, most likely. Well, we actually probably will, but you can't lie to me. When y'all were younger, there was no way y'all were using villagers to your advantage in Minecraft. There was no way. Because y'all didn't know about all that. At least I didn't know about that. Instead, we'll just do it the regular way. We'll just find diamonds and all this stuff. And also, trading mechanics before 1.14 are just... ugh. You have to come born with the job already, so... can't just give them one. And two... they don't really give out good stuff, and there's no such thing as a Fletcher in that version either. So instead you have to rely on the farmer. Something like the farmer's in order to give you emeralds instead. Which it worked, but having to grow carrots every single time in order to get a couple of emeralds isn't as ideal as as just simply getting sticks. Okay, I need this. There we go. Technically speaking, since it's so easy to get emeralds, doesn't that actually just mean that they really aren't really worth much at all? If you really think about it. Emeralds basically have no value here in this village because it's all just going to me. I'm literally ruining the economy. And that's actually a fact, basically. I have to be, because there's no way. There's no way I'm not. Also, remember when boats sucked? They still didn't even have any paddles or anything. If I do any more Minecraft content, should I do some beta gameplay? I guess I'll just do it if I want to, but I don't really care about doing any of those, though. I can do Java gameplay technically through my phone. The only thing is, though, is that it heats up my phone pretty quickly. That's another good reason to actually go to sleep very, very early is so none of the villagers actually get hurt because I don't feel like building anything. And I'm not an overly cool person who builds trading halls. Which is crazy, by the way. Telling me y'all building trading halls for these villagers? Really? Really? Let them roam free. This isn't the 1800s anymore. And should I say this isn't this isn't the 2010s anymore. Did I not go to sleep? Okay. But anyways, this is mostly what I'm just going to be doing because I gotta gear up, you know? This is typically a part they like to cut out, but nope, it's staying in. It's definitely staying in. There is no mining off camera. Unless something actually does happen to the recording. I just mined off camera. I got, a couple diamonds. They return with full netherite armor, fully maxed out. You know what I always wanted to do with Minecraft? A manhunt. But I don't have anyone, so if I ever do one, it's probably just going to be with that one data pack that is the AI hunters. But it's just not the same though. And I don't think I can do on Tumbleweed because firstly, communication on that server is horrible. You basically need a Discord for Bedrock players or whatnot because you can't even chat because it's not set up correctly. And two, just manhunting on a Java X Bedrock server just does not work. I already explained as why I really just don't understand as to why we have to do this whole Java Bedrock thing where we combine the two. It just doesn't make any sense. Now I said before, driving better are basically the same game. And also number two, imagine discriminating against someone just because they play a different version of a game than you. That's pretty lame. I'm not gonna lie. That's actually very lame. You know dang well it's most likely nerdy people. You know dang well. You know dang well too. That's the crazy part. Some of y'all speaking with lisps, hating on each other. Crazy. I'm not saying like there's anything wrong with being nerd or even having a lisp. I'm just saying. Nobody cares about. Oh, well, actually, this versus this. Nobody cares that much. But then again, they sort of somewhat brought it upon themselves, especially not making a game consistent enough with its counterpart. I'm not saying all of it was though. That's just the community. And just fandom is Jones just being stupid. Let's just keep it honest here. This is probably one of, if not my favorite track of the modern OST for Minecraft. That doesn't include anything C418 related. And obviously that also doesn't count music discs, because we counted music discs, I'll probably say Pigstep. It's raining, which isn't a good sign. But it's not thunderstorming either. But I know dang well there's going to be mobs here. I know very much that there's going to be mobs here, so. Because for whatever reason in Minecraft, mobs for some reason spawn in the rain. I don't understand. I actually don't entirely understand because it's sort of just inconvenient. And you can't sleep through rain, you can only sleep through a thunderstorm. I don't get it. I just don't get it. And you're out of stock. Well. Will you move, please? Thank you. I have stuff to do. How does that unlock a new recipe? Probably stepped over some wheat, but still though. Well, they are not. Yeah, they are not restocking anytime soon because I guess they just want to be in here for now, which is that's fine. And I mainly get a lot of those emeralds so I can actually use them for books. Then I enchant my armor and such. And I already have a good amount of XP. I already have a good amount, so it all works out. Probably buy something else for you, from you, like a bow. I already have arrows, so that works. Thought I saw something, I'm not going to lie. F3 is such a useful feature in Minecraft because it lets you know if there's actually any danger behind you. And especially when mining, it's very useful to use it. Whether if it's in the night or especially in dark places or in the rain and or thunderstorms. And my axe broke. But it's just useful because you can keep on mining while also simply just being able to look around just ever so slightly. I like how the music just stops and it just lets the rain play. Only issue with Minecraft though is that the music just doesn't sometimes play enough. It'll just leave you in silence for way too long. Not like I mind it though, but it needs to be more common for the music to play. Because I swear in console edition, it was always, for the most part, playing something. After I do this, I'm just going to call it a day. I've been here for a good while. I'm actually going to go eat something. Well, that's not good. Now I have to actually check if there's anything outside the door. You fool. You already know how I get. Especially places like that, I don't trust that at all. I don't trust that at all. Come on. I know there's gonna be some spiders or whatever. You're ripping me off. Again. I think it's actually the other one, but still. Okay. Oh, you're just out. I was confused at first. Okay, I have 55 emeralds. That's mainly what I'm working for, stuff like that. Even though it's not much of a big deal, still good to have, nonetheless. To crafting paper for some books. I find the book recipe not make any sense because you do it like this. I swear you do something like that. Or is it only... Well, that. I just find it weird. Doesn't really make all that much sense to me. Anyways, thank you everyone for watching. Come learn, subscribe, or whatever. Whatever you want to do, your choice. And until next time, I'm out.